Hello, this is Mike with Play More Games, and today I thought we would try something different. So, normally when I record like this I'm doing an unboxing video, but I thought about doing what I might consider a new series. I haven't thought of a name for it yet, but I'm thinking of some stuff, but basically just to kind of see what games I'm up to. This will not be a full playthrough series. I'll probably mostly stick to Vassal for that. But first, I wanted to show you I have two games set up right now, and if you followed me on Twitter you might be able to figure out what this is. So this is Panzer's Last Stand. Alright, and this is just a normal 6-foot by like 3-foot folding table. So this is Panzer's Last Stand. It's a Battalion Combat series. Just came out. And we are all set up for Conrad 2. So let's take a zoom in. And we can see two Panzer divisions are set to square off against the 62 Guards formation, the 18th Tank Corps, and the 23rd Rifles. So that's the position in the south. So this is a game that I'm very excited to play. I am still learning, so you may notice that the counters are not clipped. I have a personal rule, and that personal rule is I do not clip counters for a game unless I have played it, and played it more than once, because it is a huge, to me anyway, time investment. That if you're not going to play the game more than once or twice, or even have the inclination to, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Anyway, let's take a look at the north front here, near this Hungarian city. So you can see a huge Axis buildup outside of this city. There's just this one lonely Soviet infantry corps in front of all of these Axis units. But this is pretty difficult terrain, and it's surrounding the only pass towards the HQ. They've got some AT guns in support, some artillery points for their formation. So how does the Axis win this scenario? So the Axis win a major victory if they can get to Budapest. And just for a frame of reference, the easiest ways to Budapest are, see, where's my finger? Alright, so if you follow my finger and into the city of Budapest. So that's one path. There's also a path here. And of course, you could, again, if you follow my finger, route down through that way. So they need to get one formation in good order to Budapest. So what I mean by in good order is I think you have to exit like 4 units of the formation to Budapest. So that's how they win a major victory. To win a minor victory, the Axis needs to take this town, Bixke. There's an objective hex in the center. I'm not 100% sure if I recall exactly where. And then one of these city hexes here, where this 2 action rating unit is. So that's how they win a minor victory. The Soviets win by avoiding either Axis conditions. So no way, shape about it. No getting around the fact that the Axis need to attack to win. So let's, before we go to the next game, just take a quick look at the tables here. So activations in this system work a little bit different. So you'll have Tier 1 activations and Tier 2 activations. And you kind of track your formations here. You might take your formation counters and put them here. And then allot them. So I don't want to get like super into the details, but you have your Tier 1, which are your best. And they have no snafu penalties. If the attack becomes spoiled, meaning if they are attacked before they can activate, the formation activation is spoiled. And then you have Tier 2, which are lesser, and they may have certain restrictions, like you can't activate a second time, or you don't have a snafu DRM, or you have a negative snafu DRM. Now, playing the solitaire, does this lose something? Well, can't really tell you because I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. But I am going through the rules again, and I hope to start it in the next day or two. I think, generally speaking, with games with hidden information, if you just play the sides to the best of your ability, you'll do all right. And a lot of times, especially when you're new, you really can't formulate, fantastic strategies. So, all right, let's take a look at the other table. All right, so over here we have Mark Herman's For the People. And this is my third or fourth playthrough of this game, and I've been having a lot of fun learning it. So this is the start of 1862, and let me take you for a quick ride here. Alright, so at the start of 1862, this is what it looks like in the Eastern Theater. The Army of the Potomac is in Frederick, and the Army of Northern Virginia is victorious after a large battle, but certainly bloodied. So they have retreated back towards the capital. The Union has controlled the border state of West Virginia, and they have controlled the state of Kentucky, which I have not awarded control to the Union yet. And let's see, Paducah is part of Kentucky, so that space should flip. I have to look it up, but I think when you switch political control, you gain control of everything that's unoccupied. Over here we have Missouri, which you have Fremont the Pathfinder, who is starting his Missouri adventures. For the Confederacy, if we take a look at the ports are well garrisoned, especially in the west and part of the east Gulf blockade zones, and then up here. So I guess the real question is, if you have all of these SPs in forts and at the ports, they're not helping your armies. So like for example, we have the Army of Tennessee. Alright, so that's a quick look at where we are at the start of 1861. So I'm going to run through the reinforcements and strat moves and generals, and I'll bring us back and we'll play a card or two from each side. Alright, back in a flash. Alright, we're back, and right now we are panning over the Union hand. So a lot of Confederate cards, a lot of 2s, only 1 3. So we are playing with the Operations Q special rule, so we might have to do that, because I do want to get a 3 move off. I want to do like a naval move, and I was kind of hoping to pull a campaign card, because I would like to activate some of my armies and march them around and all that good stuff. So let's play this right now. So we'll bump up the blockade value. And over here, the blockade goes up to 2. You can see the Union is at 105 strategic will to Confederate 90. All right. So then, let's pull over the Confederate card. So SP card, it's a Union card. They have a major campaign, but we decided not to play it. Grierson's Raid, Davis Tours the South, Union card, and then Kentucky Anarchy card, which we, if we take a look at the situation in Kentucky, there's not really, like, I don't know, if I had maybe a cavalry brigade, maybe we could remove this one and then send the cavalry up behind it on like our last turn or second to last turn, to make it you know, forage, but that's not going to work because, well, who knows, maybe it will work. So the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to send Jefferson Davis to the south. Yep, because that's going to net out to be 5. So we're going to switch from the downswing to the upswing. We'll go to 5. So now there's only a strat will difference of 10. Alright, so back to the Union. The Union will play their amphibious assault modifier. Okay. So the assault modifier is increased by 2. There we go. Alright, back to Confederacy. Well, so let's do this. Let's take our Confederate SPs for Tennessee. So that'll put us up to 10. And we can see the armies that we have here. Alright. So, going back to the Union hand, we only have 1 3. We do have a couple of 2s, which means we could activate the Army of the Tennessee, but not either of the others. Alright. So let's do a naval move. And what we'll do is we'll take that 3 card, Commerce Raider, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 SPs from the Army of the Potomac. 1, 2, 3. Actually, the Army of the Potomac is not in a river spot. Well, that sucks. Alright, so what I will do instead is we are going to take a 2 card. We're going to take Pope. So let me grab my 3 card back, and I'm going to swap it with one of my 2s. Alright. So now we have Pope, the villain of Bull Run 2. And we are just going to get him back to Annapolis So now, on a later impulse, we can send them wherever it is we decide to send them. Alright. So then, what will the Confederacy do? It's a good question. Alright. Alright. So what the Confederacy will do and maybe this is not the smartest idea in the world, but what we're going to do is we're going to go after those two SP and Harper's Ferry. So the Army of Virginia will move to Wilderness, to Culpeper, to Strasburg, to Winchester. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 into Harper's Ferry. So now the Army of the Potomac has the opportunity to intercept. And if we look, McClellan has a defensive rating of 2. We do have a cavalry unit, so that would be a -2 to the die roll. So we have a very good chance of interception. So let's roll. And we intercept. So now the Union brings its 11 strength points. The Army of the Potomac becomes 13. And they are squaring off against the Army of Northern Virginia's 8. So let's just go through the modifiers really quickly. So, alright. So nothing for force ratio. Commanding general rating. So the Confederacy has a +1 for Smith, and then it may choose 2 other subordinates. So let's do Beauregard and Johnston. So that'll give us a +3. Alright, so we have a +3, so we can't get to the 10, which is important because we don't want to, bump someone off. Or maybe we do, but in any case, I've already called it. The Union, of course, has McClellan, and they may choose, I believe, 1 subordinate, because they, let's see, okay. So they have a commanding general's battle rating. So we may include 2, because McClellan's defensive battle rating is better than Smith's offensive battle rating. So, alright, so the Union will end up with a +4. Okay, so it's Confederacy +3, Union +4. Here we go. Alright, so 7, 8. So, this is a large battle. Is it? Actually, it's, yes, it is 21 SPs. I keep forgetting about the ones in Harper's Ferry. So it's a large battle. So the Confederacy, they rolled a modified 7, which is 4 star, and the Union rolled a modified 8, which is a 4. Oh, actually, the Union also gets a +2 for intercepting. So they are the winners of the battle at 6-4. So this was a really bad idea for the Confederacy because they are going to have like no strength points. Ouch. But the Union will have to roll to see if they lose a general. They do not. So, strategic will. The Union won a large battle. So, historically this might be, if the Union had it, a good time to play the Emancipation card. Okay. So they won a large battle, so they go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And Confederacy lost, so that's going to compound to 8. So, and then the new tally is Confederacy 87, Union 108. So yeah, really ugly. So let's move that. Here. So that's the situation afterwards. So, it was a dumb idea. It was a dumb idea. Alright, well, this video has gone on long enough, and if you've made it to the end through my shaky cam presentation of For the People, I commend you. But that's just a couple of cards for the People. Like I said, I'm still learning, so may not be optimal strategy, and well, obviously not optimal strategy for the Confederacy. Oh, I forgot to roll to see if the Confederacy loses a general. They lose one on a 1. No. Alright, well, maybe they should be fired. Okay. Alright, well, in any case, the Union now has a nice opportunity to crush the Army of the Northern Virginia if they activate, and if they can bring them to battle, because they do have Stuart, who's pretty good. That would mean probably passing on the that would probably mean passing on the naval move, but it is what it is. Alright, so thanks again for watching, and we'll see you around.